Hello everybody, thank you so very much for joining me. It is outstanding to have you. My name is Chris, otherwise known as Wolfie. We are live once again with massively overpowered OPTV. Specifically, we are back in the Backseat streaming theater. And that means, of course, I am joined by the incredible MJ Guthrie. Hello, MJ. Hey, MJ. Well, I think we're having... Hang on a second. Let me make sure that our the sound issues are not having problems here. Hey, give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. No, it's there. I am curious what just happened. Well, but anyway, give me a minute here and try to sort out exactly what's happened to our poor dear MJ. But yes, we are going to be doing some Backseat streaming, as you can see from the logo. Tonight's footage comes from Wolcen Lords of Mayhem, which is also where the extremely dire music in the background comes from. Because we just can't have an ARPG unless it's big, spooky, scary, I guess. Woo! There she is. Hello.
It was so scary that it muted my computer. And I'm looking around going, why is Quiz still so quiet? I can't hear anything.
All right, well, there you go. That's fine. You know what? It's extremely scary music, so I get it. I understand. It's very, very spooky.
I like spooky.
And yeah, there we go. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Okay, we got Wolcen is all edgelord all the time, and I love it for that. You know what? That's fair. So yes, that is what we are going to be broadcasting for today. Specifically, this is, as the title of the video calls it, Champion of Stormfall 3 Ways. So
Sorry.
No. What?
Nothing.
Are you sure about that?
Mm-hmm.
Why don't I
Sure.
believe you?
Nothing. Good. Fine. All's good.
Okay.
Oh, it says ways with an S. Okay, that's...
Yes, ways, as in with... Oh, that's what... Right, okay. Yes.
Sorry.
3 ways. Plural. Huh.
Important. That
There-
one letter.
That one letter is extremely important. That changes the whole dynamic of the stream. We are not going to be showing that. We are going to be no.
Well, you don't know. We don't know what's going to be on this stream. We have no idea what we're going to be watching, so we're going to have to just trust.
We're going to have to trust Tyler, who is the one who provided the footage, that we are not watching that, and we are going to be watching presumably 3 characters going through the end game. Now, I understand a champion.
Hey, I want to make a boss named Champion.
Champion.
I am the champion. I am the champion.
Champion of Steernfall. No, that's good. Please roll with it, because I mean I had no other options. Champion of Steernfall. 3 of my ults wanted to show off all of my builds. Ah, there you go. Okay, so yes, it is not going to be anything other than 3 different characters running through the Champion of Sturmfurf, the end game. So I think we've had enough preamble fun. Let's go ahead and start the footage, shall we? So we start off with Spooky Lady Purple Hair. She's got the... You know it's an edgy game. You're modeling it, yeah. You know it's an edgy game when you have the Skrillex cut, obviously.
It's got like a little chain flail of a skull.
Yeah.
Or is that supposed to be an incense? Is that a...
It looks kind of like an incense burner. Yeah, a little bit. Or I assume it's a magical focus of some sort. Plague Burst. Well, that sounds like a lovely button, doesn't it?
That's something those people who like to watch those, you know, pimple popping things
Oh.
would probably like.
Oh.
And no, I don't. I do not watch those. No. No. How did that become a thing? I just, ugh. And a popular thing at that. What? It just, ugh.
Man, the internet is weird, dude. It stays weird. It will forever be weird. Ain't no other explanation for that. Whew.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so we're taking a UI tour, as if I know anything about what's happening here. What is that? Wrath of Balfapeth? Wrath of Toothpaste. You'll have to forgive me if I'm not going to take this very seriously, by the way. Not razzing on the game, but
No. We're here to just entertain.
Yes, exactly. And
Serious people are not so entertaining.
yes, I have never played this. I have never even touched this game, like, at all. So I am going into this absolutely ignorant, like 1,000% ignorant.
Same here. I've heard of the title of the game.
Sure.
That's the extent of what I've paid attention. I actually thought it was a werewolf game.
Right? Seriously, I always immediately mentally defaulted to Wolfen as opposed to Wolcen. So
Well, that looks familiar.
doesn't it just though? Yeah. We have
That looks very Path of Exile-y.
we have literally every single ARPG trope in modern times known to man right now. We have overly serious, spooky, scary skeleton motif. We have an extraordinarily long and needlessly complicated node table.
Skilled bush.
Yes, skill bush. Yeah, there you go.
Bushes.
It's not a tree, it's bushes. Yes, perfect.
They're no trees, they are skill bushes.
It's absolutely perfect. I love that. I am adding that in my lexicon, 100%.
Oh, there's some nice little dance moves there.
Alright. Wolcen is basically all of the best ideas from the build systems of D3 and PoE combined. Well, some big words.
I am still so excited for Path of Exile 2.
Are you really? I hope it works out for you, genuinely. I have almost no faith, but I mean, I'm curious.
Because they change it out where you're no longer swapping gems out in each piece of gear.
Right.
The gems go in their own thing. So no matter what gear you're throwing in, your gems are staying. And they're gonna have a Beastmaster Ranger.
All right, fair enough.
Called the pets. Although this one seems to have some friendly little rats following.
It does have some friends.
Wait, wolves? No, no, those were rats.
Those definitely are rats. Yeah, no, they are very extreme. They're wolf-sized rats, but they are rats all the same.
No,
we're gonna.
One cat, and the rest are rats.
Yes.
Wow, thank you, Tyler, for doing the close-up for us right when we were talking about.
That was perfectly timed.
Wow, we want to talk spooky now. This is.
Right? Seriously.
We are affecting a previously recorded game. We have powers.
We do. We're the backseat. The backseat streaming theater is becoming a nexus of power.
Yeah. Oh wait, you didn't blow up the barrel. Oh, it had an X on it. That probably means explosion.
The unique thing about the web compared to PoE, you can spin the rings and choose your path through it. Oh, that's actually interesting. I think my biggest complaint with a lot of games like this that have skill bushes, as MJ brilliantly called it, is that, like, it always feels like the most incremental of incremental improvements. It's like, Your crit goes up by 1.2% if you do this. Like, wow, that's thrilling. Cool, thanks, I guess. I'm extremely picky when it comes to my RPGs, honestly. And then again, I also say that, but I also enjoyed playing Lost Ark, so, you know, I mean, take my opinion with the largest grain of salt possible. I'm sure many do already.
Not enough rage. Go read some comments on the site there, Tyler. You'll build you some of that. Oh no, that's for the eye rolling. That's what we need. Oh.
Yeah, that's not rage. Sorry, go on.
Incremental bosses for the most part. Wolcen does some of that, but there's also a lot of nodes, more dramatic build-defining effect. See, I feel Path of Exile does that too. I mean, there are a lot of little nodes, but like each node keeps adding. You've got ones that add to your base stat, and you know you get 4 down the line plus 4 to your stats. That's really a good. I've liked Path of Exile. One of the reasons. Also, one of the things, I got into it more when they do the different leagues to make so many different playstyle types. And while Path of Exile itself isn't necessarily my playstyle, some of the leagues have very much catered to what I would like to play or do, and I've enjoyed that. Current league is a big fat no. But
yeah, so what's the problem with the league then? I'm just curious, or in your opinion.
Well, I don't like to play alone anyway.
Oh, that's fair.
And so this league is it's Sanctum. You go in and every time in a new zone, or even if you go back and keep repopulating a zone, you get to go 1 round faster. There is like no room for mistake, really.
Oh, yeah,
which is for people who are min-maxers, this is beautiful.
Sure,
right?
sure.
But I'm not. I like to do the more creative, you know, things that I like to do. You go in on each room, and what we learned in our stream Monday was the amount of resolve that you have isn't for each time you go in. It's for the entire dungeon. And every time you're hit, you lose resolve.
Oh, wow, okay.
So when you leave and you're like, whoo, I have, 50 resolve left of my 200, all right, and you go into the next room and the next zone, and you're starting with 50, and you're like,
right.
And then to discover that when you're partied in there, it's a room resolve, not a player resolve. So
really?
While I had a melee tanker jumping in, punching everything, while I'm trying to stand back, I'm watching the resolve just plummet.
Wow. Okay,
So,
yeah. That doesn't sound very fun to me either. Oof.
And so that's, if you go in alone and careful and you pick builds that, it could be really fun to a specific type of people, and that's who they're going for.
Sure.
I am not that type of people. And it's so punishing.
Mm-hmm.
And then it punishes you for playing with friends, too. And I'm like, yeah,
That's unfortunate to hear. And that's where I kind of have a lot of trepidation with regards to Path of Exile 2, is like, every news story and a lot of the comments to those news stories seems to suggest that the developers of Path of Exile have a very specific way they want people to engage with their game, and damn the numbers and damn the feedback.
See, I don't see that, because each of the different leagues, they do so many different types of way. They did the whole one that was all about creating your mobs. They did one about creating, pets and, those different things. I love doing those.
Sure. Okay.
Brandis, you're killing and getting all these coins and then going on a shopping spree of this uber gear, or crafting ones. It's just the roguelike or bullet hell or, those things that I am very incompetent in.
Sure.
I mean, like, I'll do, oh gosh, Conan Chop Chop.
Right.
Because I'm invested and it's adorable, okay? And I'll die miserably. But, yeah. Victory! Woohoo!
Yeah, and that's plus rank. Wow, well done.
Wow.
Look at all them shiny things. And also got to point out, Tyler's character turned into a hecking laser firing lich thing. Like, that was, that was kind of insane. Absolutely insane.
That's a lot of loot.
That is a lot of loot.
Do you have enough room in your inventory for all this?
Looks like he's... I was about to say it looks like he's picking and choosing, but nope, it's slurping up all the goodies. Oh
Okay,
no, he's just barely... Whoa!
Look how good one item takes up one spot. You beat Path of Exile here by a long shot. Because in Path of Exile, how big the item is takes that many squares.
It looks like there's some equipment that takes up 2 squares, like most hard, like gems and other smaller things take up 1 square, but weapons and armor take up 2.
But the armor in Path of Exile can take up 6.
Ah, well, in that case, never mind. Wow.
You know, it takes a huge chunk. That's much nicer.
That's
wow.
That's so much nicer looking, yeah.
Oh, a trade shrine right there? Okay, it's just like getting rid of it all.
Well, you know, just had to slurp it up just to be sure it was good before you could trade it out. I appreciate that.
But look, easy. Pick up the loot, turn in the loot, pick up the loot. That was very nice.
Yeah, I gotta say that is extremely well streamlined and conveniently done. That's very lovely.
Yes, I like that. So yeah, I mean, I don't want to. Oh wait, something's talking. I don't want to badmouth this league. It's just not the league that...
Sure.
I think the way it's unique is really interesting. It's just not something I could play well, or I'm interested in trying to play well.
Sure. That's totally, completely fair. And if people dig on it, then more power to them.
Oh yeah, because you gotta min-max there.
Yeah.
If you make an ultimate build and fly through that, right?
Sure.
And you get to pick the different rooms you go to, so there's some strategy there, you know, so... But yeah, we made it to room 3. I'm calling that a win, and I'm done.
Fair enough.
I'm actually still disappointed this isn't just a bunch of werewolves.
Seriously, I'm
sad that this is actually disappointing me that this is not a game full of werewolves.
Right? We have a really, really fancy looking armor skin, though. I have to say that's pretty spiffing.
Nice.
She also looks like she's holding herself like she just got back from a chiropractor's visit, but that's okay.
Well, it's the metal breastplate. It's underneath it is one of those shoulder straps that pull your posture back. Got a built-in posture enhancer.
There you go, yes.
Oh, saying Wrath of Saracel, the activity you just saw me do, also doesn't drop loot until the end, so nothing to slow you down. So some of the leagues had done that. You'd go in, do your slaughter thing, and like the ones that ported you into the ring of I can't even think of which ones it were, you know, brain's not working. All your loot dropped at the end, so you never had to stop that quick stuff. That is a good.
Yeah, I like that. I kind of just get in there, smash face, and then get your goodies and get out. That's good.
Yeah, because MJ gets distracted by shinies easily.
Sure.
Champion enemies have hail of spears. Specialists have engulfing flames. And chose the one I wasn't able to read yet.
Champion enemies have the Rending Circles boss modifier. All right.
Rending Circles? Is that going to be like the saw?
That sounds very slicey. Oh, and we are right into the thick of things. Hey, how you doing?
Oh, hello, Demon of Flesh. That begs the question, is there going to be a Demon of Bones and Demon of Blood coming out of this, or...
I mean, that would be a pretty reasonable assumption to make. I have to say the animation is looking pretty clean in this game, and like Lost Ark's animations, combat animations, and the way combat felt in general was one of the things that kept me really, really going. Like I really enjoy fighting in that game a lot. Like, it's really good. Also, like, it didn't have a skill bush. It had like little, you know, nodes that you unlocked, but after you burn points to a certain skill. But like those unlocked nodes felt like they made a real, genuine visual and gameplay impact. That's what I really, really like the most about it. Also, if that was just a single boss fight encounter, that thing went down like super easy. Wow. Blink and you missed it. The boss is dead.
I think Tyler's showing off.
I think you're right.
Tyler's showing off. Renovate refuge. Renovation of the refuge for the blind.
So we are committing resources to stuff, projects, things.
Shipyards and...
Yeah, it does appear to be kind of... Presumably... This is the war table, I think, if I remember.
Yes. It said war table when we walked up to it, but I don't know...
Yeah, so I remember
where we go?
I think this is like the big endgame map.
Oh, like the Atlas?
Yeah, it's basically their version of the Atlas as far as I understand the Atlas to be. And I only know about the war table because I've written stories about this game several times, so that's literally the only reason I kind of guessed. A semi-educated guess, but yes.
Yeah, now that I don't write any news, I feel more out of touch.
Okay.
Not enough rage.
Alright, so presumably that automaton is casting that glow to make things fall over dead. Wasn't there a league similar to this in Path of Exile?
Oh, there have been so many leagues.
I thought I remember reading or writing about a league in Path of Exile. Its whole mechanic was like carrying a light or a lantern through an area.
Maybe? Probably?
I genuinely don't know.
Oh, I mean, there was one where you like start at one gate and you have to follow the little train thing to the other gate. Not possible. Oh, so the mines, Delve, when you went down in the mines, yes, you had a certain amount of light around you, and the evil things that came in the dark, you tried to make a bigger light as you ran through the mines.
I think that's what I'm referencing. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, okay.
Sorry, my brain, there's like, 25, 30 leagues now, and I'm like, let me...
That's fair. I'm asking you to tap an extremely deep wellspring of knowledge. I understand.
Yeah, that's exactly it. You had the light, and this one, the light, the mining cart, like, kind of has the light, not you.
Okay.
So, yeah, you run off out of the light, you're getting hurt by the stuff out there.
That appears to be the case here, and, oh, and they fell over.
Then you have to get back to, in fact, so they're not following a cart, they're following the golem.
Yep.
So yes, this is very much like Delve. Except that one was literally in underground catacombs. I'm not sure the...
Yeah, the location that they're in right now is kind of... Yeah, it's...
It seems wider than the I mean, you're literally running through mining shafts in little rooms, so none of it's.
Yeah, this is way more
wider
open
than a
then.
couple.
Yeah. Look at all the goodies.
I know. Big pants to sorcerer already.
Oh, hi!
Oh, the Flare War Beast.
These things just come up out of the ground. That's no big deal. A humongous armored rhino beast.
Oh, there's another.
There's another one.
Spanky Spank. Oh, wow, he just ran himself out of the light. Bye-bye. Oh!
So, I mean, on the one hand, it's an escort mission, but on the other hand, at least the field of effect seems pretty large, so that's not too bad. Also, he is absolutely carving up. My goodness, look at all this. Woo!
This is called Loot Pinata Online.
Yeah. Yes, clearly.
No time to waste. Let us move on. Wow, she's pushy.
Yes, she is. This robot's got places to go.
Oh, I think it's her character. I think it's Tyler's character saying, hurry up. Let's move on. Fire, Tupperware? Tupperware. What?
Good Tupperware.
Fire Tupperware. I don't know.
I do love how, like, Tyler's character is wielding very tiny swords, but the swishy swashies are humongous, like big old swings.
Yeah, when it turns glowy and they're like twice as long, twice as big.
Yep. There are a few class archetype tropes that I truly enjoy, and the dual-wielding character being an absolute spaz machine is one of my favorites.
I found in Path of Exile, like, I've really come to love the Ranger.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly started playing it mostly just because I wanted to play it in Path of Exile 2, so I wanted to get used to it. And I wasn't big on placing traps or anything, but they introduced the turrets and everything.
Sure.
And oh man, do I love putting down little machine gun turrets all around.
You know, that's fair. I can appreciate that that delight.
Oh, no, it really is the little glowy dude that's talking.
Yeah, I thought it was the robot person.
I didn't expect the golem to have such a feminine voice. My bad. Assumptive there. I'm sorry. I thought we already heard his character sounding like that, though, so I just...
The character is summoning energy blades Protoss style. Ah, gotcha. Alright. Nice. So why have twin daggers when you could just make them out of anger?
So, red here does not seem to mean can't use, because there's lots of red actually equipped.
Yeah, maybe that's a rarity level?
Maybe, I'm not used to that.
Neither am I. But then again, I got thrown for a loop when I got my first rainbow piece of equipment from Trove, so, you know.
I still love looking at your icon with the little happy wolf with little lights all around it.
Yeah. Like, a lot of the chintzy stuff that Discord does, I'm kind of, like, pass on, but the little avatar stuff that they added for the holiday season is kind of nice. I like it.
I haven't looked at anything like that, so I'll have to...
I think it's a Nitro thing. I'm not really sure, but whatever. In any case, it's super cute. I'm not sure. I could be wrong.
If it takes money, then yeah, it ain't happening.
Fair.
Welcome back, my lady. Stormfall's recent developments are ready for review.
Yeah, I gotta believe that red is like a higher tier of equipment than gold or whatever.
I'm so not used to red though. I mean,
Yeah,
most everything they have gold and orange and stuff like that. Red has always meant unable, you know?
yeah,
Mobs you can't get or mobs, you know, I'm just not used to that.
yeah. It's not exactly a rarity
Ferocity.
color. Yeah.
No, that doesn't seem to be it either. Or maybe it
Until
is.
his work is never done.
No, because there are purple ones
What are
and
you looking for?
What is all this stuff now? What the heck is... We're
oh,
doing things to the helmet. All right. I
adding
guess...
jewels.
Ah, yeah. Okay, that's the gem slotty thing. Got it. There we go. All right.
I bid you farewell.
So now the red helmet has a red gem, and presumably that's a good thing.
Expedition was
Probably.
Oh, there we
That
go.
is legendary. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. All right. That is such a weird color choice for a legendary kit. It's really be going against type. Like, all years of MMORPG and MMO training has told me that red is bad for equipment. Like,
Yes. That would be hard. I'd see red in here and I would automatically get rid of it that I can't use it.
exactly. Yeah.
But it's apparently a higher tier. And oh, here we go.
All right, we're changing
Ooh.
characters to
Ravana.
another Spookerton.
Spooky McSpookerton? Miss
Spook-
Spookerton.
Miss Spookerton,
Maybe.
yes. Madam Spookies. She's no Mistress of the Dark, but you know.
No one is. I mean, that's you know, there was somebody who was like, "Oh, gee, I like how you put in, you know, Mistress of the Dark, and I've never even heard of her." And I'm like, dude, that's literally the name. I mean, it's not. We're just calling her that. That is.
It's,
That's
yeah.
the title, Elvira, the Mistress of the Dark.
I've pretty much resigned to the fact that I am dust inside because after I saw a video when Kid was holding an old Game Boy and was wondering how it worked. So you know, it's I've pretty much resigned myself to the annals of history at this point.
Gotta raise them right, man. I gotta pull out my Atari.
Right?
My
Seriously.
2600 is coming out.
Heck yes. Absolutely. Get that night driver going.
I do have it, plus the little wheels. I
Yes.
have wheels for my night driver. And my first game, I'll say my first game, we had Super Pong.
My very first game was Night Driver. Like, that was literally my very first video game.
That was after. So Night Driver is later. Atari is after Super Pong and Super Pong. So I did not have the original Pong. We had Super Pong. That got stolen. Sadly, the only place you can really play it now is at a museum in New York City.
That is
you know
sad.
Pong, right?
Oh, sure.
It's it goes by Breakout now in Atari, but yep, on the sides. Boop, 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 boop. And then you get them next to each other so it goes really fast. Boop, 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 boop.
Yeah, that was back when games were literally about playing until it was futile to stop. Like, there was no beginning or end. It was just like, you keep on playing until the computer absolutely slaps you because it just speeds everything up to the point of human reaction is impossible.
Oh, I still remember just sitting there playing Super Pong with my brother.
This character is also an occult damage build, but whereas the last one was melee, this one is ranged. Ah.
Oh, we get to see range.
We get to see ranged spooky as opposed to melee spooky. There we go. Nice. So this will be presumably up your playstyle alley. Is that the kind of character you usually go for in ARPGs, like the ranged ones? Or do you have a preference?
See, I don't like melee. There are few games where I have melee characters that I like. Warframe, surprise there. My Swashbuckler in EQ2. And Black Desert, I have a couple. But I usually don't like... And maybe it has to do with my trouble with vision. Too much light, too many things, you know, too many different colors. So when mobs are right up in my face, I don't like that. I like being able to have the vision from back.
Oh,
And
okay.
And you know, now that I'm literally, this is the first time I'm thinking about it. Maybe it has to do with when you see all of those. Well, then again, I played healer for basically healer most all my life.
Sure.
And even the melee healers, like that's why I hate cleric. No, I really do. I really don't like melee. And so, yeah, no, I prefer ranged, and I prefer being able to see, and maybe it's because I don't like the blooms of attacks. I mean, now I'm starting to analyze, why do I hate melee so much? I hate being right up there in the face. Or, you know, when you're a rogue at the butt of a mob.
Yeah, or the ankle, depending upon their size.
Yeah.
Damascus never had time for such things. Always tied up in all sorts of bureaucracy, there's that one.
I don't really have like a general preference of melee versus range necessarily. It's kind of about overall feel more than anything else. I think the one that is like an absolute non-starter for me in terms of playstyle is pet classes. Wow, we are dropping down the pools of Kool-Aid. Oh my goodness. But yeah, I don't really particularly like pet classes very much. It just feels a little too passive.
Oh, see, and I love pets. But then again, literally decades always the healer.
Sure.
I didn't start coming out of that until... Actually, I made the swashbuckler in EverQuest 2. It was my first non-healer.
And the rest, they say, is history.
But you're right, I do think there is feel about it.
Sure.
And I still don't like melee most things, but there are a few weapons. It's not even all of them, but there are some weapons in Warframe that I just gleefully like to jump in and slice around. I don't know why.
Oh yeah.
But I do. But I still prefer sniper rifles and bows, so. Except for those wow. See, the bigger they are, it sounds like the same voice to me.
Are those like screaming skulls that she's firing out of her hands? I just realized. It's straight up throwing. It's yeah. He was like going. It's kind of sounded that was pretty metal. Not skulls, burbs. Oh, beg your pardon. Oh, all right. Well, screaming birds. Okay, my mistake.
Screaming burbies.
How silly of me.
Well, that sounds like a new band too. Hey, you've got Angry Birds. Let's make Screaming Burbies.
Screaming Burbies, yes. I would listen to an album from Screaming Burbies. Yeah, that character was throwing down all sorts of Screaming Burbies and purple pools of pain and there we go. That's
Screaming Burbies and the Purple Pools of Pain.
I was gonna say the Purple Pools of Pain. There's an album name. Yeah, Screaming Burbies is the band name. Purple Pools of Pain is the album name.
Good to have you back. There have been some developments while you were gone.
There have been some developments. All right.
Yeah, there's a whole like management thing going on here. It's sort of like strongholdy, but not really quite as custom, I guess.
I'm not getting this. Are these zones here? This isn't the war table. What?
Oh, my lady.
These are quests. Quests, maybe?
Was there something you needed?
Or is this like a sim building thing that we're doing?
It sounds like it. As far as I can tell from the UI, it looks like it reads like he's sending out people or helpers or serfs to do their bidding to like get more stuff.
Managing the city is one of the main endgame progression systems. Okay, so it is city management. So it is a big sim.
Huh.
Okay.
Interesting. Champion enemies have 50% more health. Spicy.
Ooh. Oh wait, look at the different adept,
Veteran, champion, yeah.
Master, super crazy guy. That's got to be the last one.
Totally, super crazy guy. That's
Oh, nice. There is such a thing as brightness in this game. Okay.
That's nice. Yes, we have a color palette other than gray and brown. That's lovely.
Somebody knows what green is.
Yes, finally, an ARPG that is all gloomy doomy that also recognizes that there are more colors in the palette. Lovely. Also, look at these chunky boys.
Oh, they kind of look like they were dancing over there.
A little bit.
Doing a two-step. Oh, they just melted into the ground and left some loot. Never mind.
Mechanically, it's basically just a way to earn a bunch of utility perks and extra loot. Ah, okay. Got it. So it is a little strongholdish.
I need more power.
That thing's got a heckin' like Tesla coil on its back. I love it when you like miss one enemy and they're like surrounded by the corpses of their dead friends. Like, uh-oh.
At that point, I'd be like, "Don't mind me. I'm just gonna go back this way." You know.
Yeah. So those pools kind of collect everybody into the center of them. That's handy.
Not possible.
Have birds.
Bluebird on my shoulder.
Screaming
Terminate
loudly.
the target. What? That mob just sounded like someone
was-
from an old army game.
It did, right? Oh, we're going ultimate mode. Whoa!
What is that?
What the heck?
Ooh.
We're all seraphic now. All right. Holy. Wow. Literally. Holy. Well, that didn't last long.
I can't do that.
But still, that was... Oh.
Oh wait, we get to we return.
She's back up. It's a very beefy dragon. Talon of the Republic? Whoa. That sounds like a Star Wars spaceship.
As opposed to the Empire, yes.
The dragon is back and you're gonna be in trouble.
Hela, Hela, the dragon's dead.
Oh, nice timing, Chris. Wow. You sing the song of death, huh?
I guess I do. Go figure.
That
Don't-
was.
Told you the backseat streaming theater is becoming a nexus of power. soon our powers will grow mightier. Get the gold.
Oh, skittering. The sounds of skittering. That just kind of chills me in any game.
Gotta love a good skittery noise. There are many doggos by the sound of it.
I can't do that right now.
So Tyler, can you tell me, do they have any colorblind settings? Like, I'm looking at a lot of these red telegraphs, and they're faint enough
They're
as
extremely
red.
faint, yeah. Yep.
But so, you know, I got a party member who's colorblind. That's not ever going to be seen. I mean, if they're really bright, sometimes he could see the, you know, brightness, but these are...
These are spectacularly faint, yeah. It's kind of surprising. I can barely make out any of these telegraphs that are being painted on the ground.
Oh, there have been a couple of them where I've only seen a corner. Yeah. I mean, it's not something I normally would have looked at in games before until I started gaming with someone, you know. Oh, and I remember like in was it Age of Conan that would put all of the what's happening with the boss would send system messages across the top of the screen in red.
Oh no.
So literally like the boss is about to and everyone else starts to react, and unless someone says something, others can't because
They couldn't see the
doesn't even
text.
show. Yeah. It's like it was never there. And then for what it's worth, I think something about the video compression is making telegraphs appear fainter. They seem very clear when I'm playing. Okay.
I don't know if I necessarily have color blindness, but I had noticed some colors are harder for me to spot.
And I've got the opposite, that I see all ranges, and that's why I get headaches from games that use too much. So I'm curious. I want to go find that test then for you. There's a test that gives you a long strip, and you have to count how many colors are in the strip.
Huh.
And test that. And it's like, normally people come up with 25. I had like 43.
That's a lot of color.
Yeah, it turns out there were like 45 of them. And I'm like, oh look, there were 2 I didn't see. But yeah, every little shade different. So when people layer shades, but they're not, you know, I can... If they're layered but not like blended, then I like see the layers of all the different ones. Oh, it drives my eyeballs nuts.
I can't do that.
I'm seriously becoming, all of my senses have become so oversensitive, and it's like the older I get, the more sensitive they're getting. My hearing, my sight, the sense of touch is now driving me nuts. Sense of smell has always been there. So basically, I only have my sense of taste left that's sort of normal, I hope. I don't know.
Usually when you age, that's deterioration is the case.
I know, that's why this is my superpower. But it's not really a fun one.
Yeah. Why aren't superpowers awesome in real life? Ugh.
Yeah. It would be, so the kids would be upstairs and they'd do something, and just by sound, I'd yell up and tell them to stop, whatever. And they'd be like, how do you know? And I'm like, I hear it. How do you hear this? I'm like, you know. So being a mom, it was helpful.
Sure.
Gave me a lot of mom is omniscient points. But playing games has been a difficulty. And, you know, when I personally play, I've got both the computer and my game sounds turned down to like 2%. When I stream, because nobody else can hear anything, I have to turn it all up. Like, owie.
So to that point, is everything okay in terms of sound levels for you?
Well, see, I can adjust it on my end, because you're the one broadcasting the level.
That's fair.
But usually when I'm doing it, I have things beyond my tolerable level. But I need to do that, or people wouldn't be able to hear what's going on. I tried to find a way. I was hoping there was a way that I could mask what's coming through my headset, so I could make the headset lower, and then what's being broadcast was coming straight from the computer, so it could be higher.
There's got to be soundboards. There's soundboards out there that should be able to handle that. I gotta believe so.
Yeah, there might be something out there with money or something. I don't know, but
Yeah.
there have been days I put I leave the headset hanging on my second monitor, and I can hear the game from there.
I will have to see if Britt can maybe make some recommendations, because she has like.
I'm already working on it.
Yeah.
She's already working on it. There we go.
I mean, the one time I thought I had it working, and people were like, "We can't hear anything. We can't hear anything," and I'm all.
Yeah, soundboard.
People,
Some
I'm
soundboard
trying.
program of some kind would definitely help that. So like your personal output would be one level, while the actual broadcast output is another. That's definitely a thing.
Yes. Find it and tutor me in it, and I would be so grateful. Because I just usually deal with it.
She is on the case.
And there are reasons why I'm nearly crying after a 4-hour stream. I'm like,
Sure.
I gotta go. I need to go. Britannia, so I sent Chris the link for Voice Meter
That's not
Potato. Okay, I like the name. Software soundboard, absolutely. Oh, absolutely. Thank you. That
All
would
right,
be
yeah, I'll pass that information along when we're done with the cast. Thank you,
I'm
Britt.
Thank you so much. I'm sending you hearty hearts from my fingers. Hand hearts.
Hand hearts.
So I'm getting to the point. So I've bought for my family these computers that have been on sale, right? With the really good graphics cards.
Yep.
So for me to upgrade my graphic card for however many hundred, I can just get a whole new everything for 700.
Yeah,
It's on
that's
sale. It's like 500, 600 off.
sure.
At this point, I'm like, you know, I'm getting ready to do that. And then I can just put, you know, my heavy RAM, because the game comes with smaller RAM. You know, that computer comes with smaller RAM, smaller hard drive.
Right.
I can just transfer my stuff over there. I've
Yeah.
got my terabyte SSD and my 8 terabyte hard drives and my 5 terabyte hard drives. And, you know, I can just move them on over, but I'm tempted because at this point, I'd get a upgraded graphics card by a million things.
Sure.
Upgraded motherboard and everything. The only thing I don't like is it's Windows 11.
Yeah,
And I
I'm
don't
sort
want
of
$700.
I'm literally at that point now. Like I it's now not a matter of want so much as need. Like this is entering necessity territory if I'm gonna continue doing anything in my job of any sort of great level.
Do you want me to send you that link of the one? I think it might still be on sale. I literally, it's instead of building, I have built these computers in this house for the last 20 years. And it has just hit the point where we were trying to not upgrade, we were just, my son's motherboard got fried. So we had another new motherboard. I've had it, it's a couple years old. Had it and had to buy an older CPU to fit on it. And it still didn't work. So now we have to get another new motherboard. But if we had to buy a new motherboard in the first place, I would have liked to have upgraded, and Black Friday would have given us a better motherboard than what we bought. But we already bought the new CPU. We already bought the new, you know, and we just gave up, and it still was not working. And I'm like, screw this. After all this, he already had the RAM and the new hard drive, because that's what this computer needs. It does not give you much in that, you know. It comes with 8 RAM and it comes with a 500 gigabyte SSD. But I mean, literally a matter of plugging in a couple more drives, and my whole family now has these nice, you know, kind of beefy computers, and I'm suddenly the one with the and I look at getting a new video card, and they're like more than half the price of just getting this new machine.
If it works for your needs, then absolutely go for it.
Yeah, but right now, yeah, we got our bonus, right, for work, and I'm like, woohoo! Heat in my house.
Yeah. I can appreciate that. Also, I felt the pain of that run because there was just so much mid-fight inventory management because they were running out of inventory space over and over and over again. It's just, oh.
So Tyler, when it starts,
Hey there.
when you're managing, how do you tell when your city's managed? What does it give you anything? Do you get bonuses? Does it light up a different color when it's all fixed up?
I think those pop-ups that kind of were like the major tell. I don't know. It's hard to tell. Like he's very clearly very familiar with where buttons are. He's like blip 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 blip, which is, you know, it's impressive.
Hey, Dorito! No. Dorito. But I have no idea. I got the door part of the name. Alright, Dorito. We're taking Dorito in. Sorry, Tyler. Dorotea. Yeah, Dorito. I got it.
It's just Dorito.
All I did was swap a couple letters. I mean, that's...
I mean, I don't know if swapped is the word I'd use, but...
See, there's Dorotea, Doritoa. You know, just basically you start projects by spending currencies. Projects get completed by running missions, then you collect the rewards, okay? Whoa! Lots of colorful friends?
Many colorful friends. A liver mortis. Summon a golem that generates threats. Ooh. Tank golem.
And sometimes it has sauteed onions with it.
Mmm, delicious. Liver mortis and onions.
You know, I don't know. I am not dyslexic, but I will tell you guys the number of times I can look at a word and my brain now will seriously just try to superimpose something different on the word.
Sure.
Dorotea.
Dorotea. Yeah.
Dorito. Okay, so and unfortunately, the first time I get a name, so it's just gonna stick. Tear of Ethel. Wait, Etheliel?
Etheliel?
Tear of Ethel.
Tear.
And Lucy has something in here too.
Tear of Ethel. So we are playing Wolfen with the character with the character Dorito, and we are casting Tear of Ethel. Also, there's a parasite.
Lucy, I'm home.
You say the name Ethel, and I immediately think of that song, The Streak. It's like, don't look, Ethel!
So cute that Tyler wants to actually correct me as if I'm going to pay attention.
or heed the advice or the phonetics. Like, nope, it's Dorito now.
For the backseat streamers, we get to do what we want. You have passed this off to us. We now have control.
And if that means mangling your character's name, then so be it. Oh, look at all the pets. There you go. This is...
Here you go, pet class.
Pet class. Many
Looks like she's like, come here.
Many skeletal friends. She's definitely hurting children right now. Like, they're just kind of scattering around like, ooh, what's this? Ooh, what's this? Select an operation. So, the Wrath of Saracel again? Looks like, maybe? Yep. Changing the difficulty. Down?
Oh no, go up. What's after Master? I'm really curious.
Champion Master. Oh wow, they... Huh. Yeah, I couldn't quite make out what was later on there.
Enjoy the fun part of the job. I'll be here doing inventory.
Character is a lot lower level than the others. Well, that makes sense that you're trying to adjust the things downward then in that case.
Okay, we'll accept this. Oh, Spinnerland with the huggy legs.
Many huggy legs, but they got blown up. Wow, this pet class... These pets are... Woo!
See, I normally would never do a necromancer. I've just been non-necromancer. I'm more like I like the druid pets, you know. And then Path of Exile, man, that necromancer I've come to appreciate. That's why I'm really looking forward to, I think, the Beastmaster class, the being able to have, you know, cool-looking cats, and I like the cool cats. You know, like the ones who sing bubbles, bubbles. If y'all don't know that song, go find you some old Disney movies and I'll let you pick it out. I already gave you a hint.
Whoa!
Stand and deliver, mortal. I want pizza!
Stand and deliver my chicken wings.
Ooh, there
Oh.
we go. Blood blast in the face or something of that sort.
That looked like it was actually doing some slurpage as opposed to blastage. I don't know.
Oh.
Doing the spooky blood sucky.
Yeah, okay, vampire hands.
Yep, vampire hands. So we got vampire hands.
Throwing some vampire hands.
Woohoo! And there you go, Dorito Vampire Hands. That's this character's name.
Hikari, it's a journey to be a master, the Wolcen Lord's master. Oh. Is that really what we're trying to do?
The resilient spirit. You will be remembered in death.
Oh, you.
Ooh, that's a big boy. I like how Tyler told us this is like a weaker character, and it is absolutely melting face right now, by the looks of it.
Feeding swarm. She definitely vampire. With her zombie,
Skeletal friends and this boy that got spears sticking out of him.
What is that? Yeah.
He pulled a spear out of himself and chucked it. Did you see that?
Yes! Throwing it. What?
I love it. And now we have Big Lantern Boy. Vampire hands are like speared fingers, but with claws. As we are enjoying the adventures of Dorito Vampire Hands. And her merry band of monsters. Cool.
I'm craving some Cool Ranch Doritos right now. Oh.
I kind of fell in love with the spicy chili, or the sweet chili Doritos. Those are pretty good.
Table pepper spicy me, so I'm not sure how well I do on that.
No, that's fair. But then again, I also really like spicy food in general. Like my all-time favorite spicy snack chip is these Turbos Flamas. These things are like, they're basically like Takis, except not quite Takis. They're really, really good.
I mean, are you talking like walkie-talkie? What is a... What?
A Taki is a Takis. It's basically like a curly corn chip, but they're like coated in spicy stuff.
Fight with honor, impure one.
Turbos Flamas are really, really good. Like, Takis are nice too, but like, Turbos Flamas are like, or Takis feel like some of them aren't well coated. The Turbos Flamas are absolutely just flooded with spicy, tasty good things. And like, the lime flavor is much more pronounced. It's really nice. Wolcen MAE, thank you so very much for the follow. Good to see you. Thank you so much for visiting and for that support. We hope we'll see you again soon.
Yes, welcome to the community. Well, we're kind of, along for the ride?
Yes, we
With your
are.
community.
Yes, we are watching one of your community players, so to speak, one member of the community playing the game, and we are watching them do it. So we're letting the experts handle it, so to speak.
Yeah.
But thank you for that welcome. That's very kind. I tried the sweet chili heat Doritos just for the novelty of vegan Doritos. They're horrible. Couldn't stop eating them. Just a brain hijacking slurry of salt, sugar, and capsaicin. A brain hijacking slurry. Oh man, that just like is the most intelligent way of saying snacks good. I love it. It's so good.
I guess I'm not a big chip person, but as much as I don't like salt. Okay, so I don't really eat salt, people. I don't like salt. I sometimes get forced playing soccer. I used to have to take salt pills. Oh, I hated that. But a good salt and vinegar chip.
Sure.
Man, those things. Oh, that and Pringles. I know Pringles aren't really chips, okay?
They're crisps, which are similar. But yeah, my husband is very big into salt and vinegar chips. I mean, unsurprisingly, because, you know, Welsh, I guess it's not terribly a shock, but...
Maybe that little bit of Welsh in me, that's where it's from.
You know what? Maybe. It very well may be.
Before that, I would have thought maybe sour cream and onion would have been the flavored chip I like beyond Doritos, but I really like Sun Chips.
Sun Chips are awesome, dude. Sun Chips are wonderful. So I totally agree with you on that assessment. They're a great brand of chips. Heck yes.
When I was young, we didn't get chips or anything really like that. My mom would get Triscuits, which I thought were just like the nastiest little...
They can be kind of dry.
Cecil. But she'd get me Wheat Thins. And I would overeat on those little things. I did like Wheat Thins.
Don't you dare diss Triscuits.
Ugh. It's like
Whoa!
Like shredded wheat. They're just... Wow,
That was... What the heck is happening? Wow! What?
Wait, what are you? What is that?
What is... This character turned into a knife monster. Like, what? Wow! Wow!
Krabby.
Yeah!
Oh.
Can you feel it now, Mr. Krabs?
I was wondering there, like, what happened to the character?
It turned into the
plus.
aspects of the apocalypse, the ultimate ability.
Oh, which apocalypse was that?
The very spiky one, apparently.
Krabby boy.
The apocalypse of crabs. The crab-pocalypse.
Crapocalypse, yes.
Nothing more satisfying than a treasure chest just absolutely barfing loot everywhere.
Yeah. Oh. Where's the Selly thing? No Selly thing in this one? I'm gonna be very sad.
I think he's assessing his kit first before he goes to the Selly thing. Maybe? Oh,
Like he's just tossing stuff on the ground. Maybe? No. Wait.
No.
What?
We're menuing. We're menuing. We're menuing.
Wolcen, mostly used for revive your teammates while in action. Oh.
So when you turn into a knife monster, you revive your teammates? Man, this game is something else.
There we go. Now we got room to pick up the rest.
There you go.
Teleportation.
Kind of being immortal in that form. Oh. Neat.
No. Wait, what?
All right.
Friends are called plaguelings.
Oh, that's cute.
Oh.
Little plaguelings. I gotta say, for a lower level character in comparison to the other two, that class and character seemed pretty powerful. They were absolutely rocking.
Yeah.
That was cool. That was very, very cool.
Nice. So my first delve into Wolcen. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, Tyler.
Thank you very much, Tyler. I've never seen Wolcen in action before this point, literally, even though I've, there have been a couple of trailers, but like actually seeing the game played properly, that was really, really, really cool.
Are you saying the trailers aren't proper?
In terms of the actual like in-game experience, no, man, that comparatively, no, they're not. It's demonstrative, but it's not an actual like the actual Champion of Stormfall stuff that we saw. So that was really neat.
Yeah. So very nice. And I love this. We're getting to see and experience more games that we don't have the chance to play, or maybe just weren't on our radar or whatever. And that's really what Backseat streaming No, it's just so that we can make comments about it.
Yeah.
It's really just so we can say weird things.
We promise it's not just because we get tired every once in a while.
No, it's everybody would talk about, oh, I'm so glad that you showed this game and so I could tell whether I won it or not. And I'm like, well, that's kind of no fair. I already had to be in it. This is my chance. But it really is about getting back at you all for all the years of comments on our streams.
Yes, that's ultimately the goal. Yes. And also to build up the nexus of power that is the Backseat streaming theater, obviously.
Absolutely.
As we demonstrated during this video play.
Yeah, how many times can we pull that off? I don't know, but that's the goal.
That's ultimately that's finally the point. But thank you very much, Tyler, for the footage, and thank you everybody for hanging out. And we hope we will see you for even more streams coming down the rest of this week, as usual. Thursday, December 15th at 9 p.m. MJ is going to be back live with Dungeons and Dragons Online. Friday, December 16th, 2 o'clock Eastern, I will be playing Final Fantasy XIV, checking out the Starlight event. So we're going to enjoy a little Christmas time in Eorzea. Later on that same night at 8 p.m. Eastern, MJ is going to be live once more with some Adventure Quest 3D. And then on Saturday, December 17th at 2 o'clock Eastern, it is another Sandbox Saturday. So MJ will be playing any number of survival sandbox goodness, so you definitely want to check in all of that. So thank you very much for hanging out, and as always, thank you so much, MJ, for being with me. I love doing this. Genuinely, I do.
I do too. Thank you. Thank you for having me along, and all of you who support us in every single way. Thank you so much, so we can keep doing stuff like this.
Exactly. And thank you so much for all that support. Whether you are watching live or on demand, whether you're reading what we have to write on the website, or if you're doing incredibly generous things like donating bits to the channel, subscribing to the channel, whitelisting the ads on the site, or if you're one of our amazing Patreon supporters, no matter what you do, top to bottom, you are the fuel that keeps Massively OP doing what we do. We will see you tomorrow for some DDO. Until then, have a great rest of your day. See you next time. Bye!
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye.